My name is Nadia Tognazzo and I come from Milan, Italy. What I'm going to do is to show you how it's working, the negative technique, in painting nature and its complexity. So, I take directly some brown and Penn's grade with the spatula is pure color. The sheet is dry and I start adding some color here. You see, will be very strong. The paper is rough and we have a mixture of zone where you can see the pure color and another one and other ones with white. Something here. Something here. And then we have also this part here somewhere. It's not very important to follow the drawing behind, but what we need is to have the position of the stones. Okay, now we use the flat brush and we start painting with the clean water. We take some color and we put some color to the brown, some water to the brown and some Penn's gray. This is the second step, and in the second step we need to make big stain of color. We need to understand with the position of the elements. I leave some white piece of the sheet which will be useful later. So this is the area of the stones, and then here it starts green of all the middle. I take some green which I already prepared before. Here I put some yellow only because I like to see also some yellow here, but for the moment I leave only a big stain without making special things. Okay, now with another brush, the round brush, I start adding some yellow where we draw before the yellow flowers. You see, all the colors mixed together, they make a big stain. This is the position of the yellow flowers. I add some hot yellow with the other brush. Here we have other rocks, stone behind here. And with the ochre's green and burnt umber, we add the green. With the synthetic brush, we put some dark green inside the flowers. Then we will paint them better in the next step.
I hope you're enjoying this watercolor lesson. On our channel, we always share watercolor lessons from the world's top artists. And today, we have something special for you. Follow the link in the video description and sign up for a free online masterclass with another global watercolor star.
Okay, now we can continue following the composition, and with the white flowers. For the white flowers, what we need is to use a middle tone of green, and as you can see, these flowers are in these flowers you have many white spots, and what we have to do is going around this white spot with the green. So you need to follow your drawing and going around the white spot. Now we are working with the negative technique. The white flowers are very easy with negative technique. You have only to go around and to paint around the spot in this case. You can leave just a piece sometimes. If you leave white pieces around, it's anyway, it's always good. So we have another here. Sometimes I invent and I create a new white spot. Pay attention to the shape. In this case here, we are going to make this one, so you will see all the spot not so separately than in this case here. I start painting this part here. The flowers, we can see they are just like with the negative technique, more or less like that. I need two brushes, one with the color and one with the water, and with the water I fade out the color. Only a suggestion of this kind of flowers, not more, not detailed. Remember to fade out always the color. If you don't like this flower, you can use for your creation another kind of flowers. Free to use what you like more. Okay, that's enough. Here it's getting dry, and now we can make some blade of grass. Okay, you can add at the end, you can add what you want. I put some blade of grass here, but not everywhere. It's only there and here, and we can put some drops. And another things we can do is with the light gray to make some lines, like in the stones you can see sometimes. Not too many. Here it's wetting. This could be another stone or a leaf, as you want. If you want to make a leaf, but we can leave it like a stone with a negative. Voila. Now it's more the shape of a stone. There. Okay, I think it's finished. You can continue doing things, but most of the job is already done. So what we need to do now is take off the scotch. Oh, sorry, I will put some yellow here. Okay, now we take the scotch. It's still wet. Okay, fine. It's always a mess, my desk, when I paint. Sorry, but I'm like that. Okay, this is almost finished. I have only to wait for the to getting dry, and we see the difference between the two. They are different because we always create something new, of course, with watercolor. Here the stones are better, I like them more, but here I like more all the yellow flowers with all these leaves. So it depends, it's always a different, at the end, a different result. Thank you. I would like to make some considerations on the exercises we have just done. We painted these three subjects with the negative technique. Some hanging bind with a tomato plant and a flowery meadow. We used the negative technique in a free way. In all three works, we used the same sequence. We start with a synthetic drawing and then we proceed by painting a first draft of color, sometimes wet on wet, trying to position the various colors of the subject. Green and red, green and pink, pen spray and yellow. In this way, we have all the color spots fused together in the first draft. In the third step, we define the various forms using a dry sheet and the negative technique. This is the most difficult part, I know, that requires some practice because we need to see the shapes even where they are not described. All here you see, for example, but in this way also you can create new shape even though they are not there, and to balance the composition. You remember the leaves here, and then the rocks, we could add another rocks if we want here with the negative, or here. It depends. You can change something, and for this reason it's more creative. At the beginning, I suggest you that you can help yourself with a pencil. That means, for example, you need to add another leaves here. You feel here is too empty. You can draw with the pencil another leaf, and then with the negative technique you create it. With the negative technique you have always to keep in mind that the sheet should be dry, and that with the negative technique you described, you draw as well, and for that reason one edge is always sharp, and in the other side you have always to fade out the color. So but in the same times you have some shapes which keeps other colors, the colors behind, like in this way. You see here we have the green and the orange, or here we have the green and the pink, or here we have a mixture of green and yellow. The advantage of using the negative technique is that you can freely create the composition, leaving much to your instinct. Moreover, in this way the colors of the shapes in the foreground will always be transparent because they enjoy the first draft. All you see here, all the leaves are with the first draft, for that reason are transparent. I think that for this reason, learning to use this technique can be of great help for everyone who likes to paint in watercolor. So practice, practice and practice. Thank you.